Hello, it is session 9. I hope y'all are getting excited as I am. I think I have told y'all before, I am getting that spring fever. The weather is turning nice and I am having more and more daily struggles with making sure that I get my to-do list done, because when it's pretty outside, I am struggling with focusing. I just want to be outside. So if that sounds familiar to you, please know that you're not alone and we will work through this together. So in speaking with that, let me say I want to challenge you all to start working ahead of deadlines, not just in this class, in all your classes. Don't wait until the day something is due to crack it open and get started on it. That is how we get ourselves into trouble, because when you wait until the day that something is due, something is always going to come up. Something is always going to happen. And so these sessions are open for almost 2 weeks. So for example, this one opened last night at 12:01 a.m. And then it closes on March the 30th. And so that is 12 whole days. And so when you have the opportunity for 12 days to complete an assignment, and then it doesn't get done and you just need a little bit more time, that is kind of where that goes into, well, I understand you needed a little bit more time, but you had 12 whole days. So don't get caught up on the deadline or the due date as when you have to get the work done. Look at the deadline or the due date as the last possible moment, and then look way in advance of that to be able to get that work done. So just keep that in mind, that's a time management strategy skill that I want to encourage. So moving into session 9, we are talking about social network diversity. And I give you that whole spiel on making sure that you're working ahead of deadlines, because when we talk about networking, especially our social network, we can utilize those things such as, she is a person that always gets things done on time, as a positive for ourselves when we are working on our social networks. So for example, if I have a social network, which is, this group of people that I know, and I'm going to apply for a job, or someone hears about a job, they are more likely to share that information with me or to be a positive reference for me if they know my high quality. And instructors can be part of your social network. They can be part of that group that you use to rely on in order to have bigger or better connections. And so, an instructor knowing a student's work ethic and how genuine they are as far as, asking quality questions, getting quality work done, helping other students, being respectful, all those kinds of things really can tie into utilizing that instructor as part of your social network and using that connection to make bigger and better connections. I know myself personally, I have literally tracked down students, called them, emailed them, hunted them down in the hallway to say, I heard about a job opportunity and it is for you. And so just kind of keep that in mind. Other relationships that could be used in your social network would be mentors. So if you have those people in your life that, I always joke with my mentor that she's got it together and that she can, think through any terrible situation on her feet. But she is someone that I look at as, she may not have all of the answers, but she has a really good perspective and she can help figure out the answers. So a mentor, an instructor, friends, but high quality friends. All right. Make sure we're not relying on those friends that probably shouldn't be friends. Your boss, your boss's boss, or any fellow coworker. They can all be part of your social network. Your parents, the members of your church or your civic organization, anybody that you know that you can exert positivity on can be part of your social network, and they can help you when it's time for you to expand your network and your opportunities. I would say, you're putting yourself out there. You're the billboard to these people, and you are going to show them the great things about you. Okay, and then let's also talk about real quick, because the textbook touches on this, things that you don't do. I have a member of my family that I always say this, I'm like, watch that social media account. Oh my gosh. I love her, but she is, she's a little more forthcoming with all sorts of personal information, photos, opinions, all those kinds of things. And, while it's perfectly fine, it's within her realm, it's just not going to be beneficial when we are not very careful about our actions and our words. And so people in our social networks know those things. And so that would be another thing to watch out for. And then, just to remind you that your social network, you kind of have to build that. It's like your village. You have to build your village. You have to find your people, and you have to work on those relationships. Having that provides you with a sense of belonging, and it gives you stability. There's solidarity there in that group. And when you have that group of support, all the negative things that happen, really, they're not as big of a deal because your group is supporting you. So I don't want to dismiss the negatives, but when we are trying to look at things positively, we can look at, this bad thing happened to me, but I'm thankful that I have this group to support me. And so there are other topics and subtopics in the chapter, but I really wanted to just drive home the importance of building your network, understanding what your network is, and providing all the people in your network with a chance to see how great you are. And that includes, shadowing great people. It includes putting yourself out there, showing your diversity and your diverse backgrounds, and how that's such a positive thing. So spend some time, marinate on that. You have 2 assignments this week after you read chapter 6. One of those is the Dimensions of Diversity assignment. You're an expert at that template format now. And then the other is the Social Network Analysis Journal, which requires you to kind of really think about your social network. So hopefully I've given you some good ideas on who those people are for yourself. As always, if you have any questions or concerns, please reach out to me in an email, and I will be happy to help you.